This week, we're all fucking amazing. And if you don't believe it, go fuck yourself. So, let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Christmas coming up, maybe for that. Yeah,
Don't remind me.
Where do you go with the like? What do you guys do? Oh, I know we're talking about Christmas, and I know what time of year it is, but all the stuff is starting to come into the shops now. So I hate to say it, but it is now. We now need to think about this. This is a thing that's around the horizon, even though it's fucking far down the horizon.
It's not though. It'll be here any minute, literally.
Yeah, no. Do you just do the kids, or like how far do you guys go?
We just go for the kids.
We've got kids like mum, and that's pretty much it, I think.
Well, I've got all my brothers and that, and we all just get each other's kids' stuff. That's about it, really. We don't really get each other's stuff.
I have a tendency of forgetting. I forget about the kids in Ireland, like my cousins or my nieces and nephews.
They're really far away.
I completely forget. You know?
Yeah, they're really far away though. Like I wouldn't expect to get anything from my brother. Like he's in America, and you know when I see him, we'll do stuff.
I mean, plus, well, he can buy you stuff, but you buying him stuff is a different thing entirely. Because if he buys,
he'll buy me something really awesome, and I'll be like, I can't afford that.
Well, no, you buying him stuff because the exchange rates, you can buy him something real fucking good for.
Oh, really?
Not as much. Well, yeah, because the exchange rate is pretty good. I found this when I was I got a kid in America. I found when I was getting him some trainers, and I was like, oh, it's $80. And I'm looking, I'm like, wow, okay, that's not bad. And is there anything else that you want? This feels like it's. I feel like I can go a bit further than this. Like we're all good for birthday. Oh shit!
No, that's all right then. No, I've not really looked.
But then other way, it's near good. Like.
Well, I might be going to America next Thanksgiving.
Next Thanksgiving, so that would be the Thanksgiving after this one.
Yeah, not this one. Next one.
Okay, sorry, just had to make sure that was clear because some people might think that the next one coming.
This is like a pull from like an old episode. This
it's still fresh because it's actually it got brought up. It got brought up on a group chat recently with a different one.
But Americans don't do anything right, do they? They can't even get the fucking date right.
Actually,
it makes sense to do
much happier.
Month and then day and then year.
Seriously, if you are doing stuff and you're trying to organize it on a spreadsheet, you're very happy that the month is the first thing that that way it can get organized that way. But having the month is actually, it makes sense small or to large.
Yeah, I guess so.
Second, minute, hour, day, week. You know what I mean? But like having the month first actually just makes it. It's a little better, I do believe, experiencing both, on a, so yeah, I do get.
I mean, I hate to say this, but as an Excel nerd, you can do that already.
Oh yeah, you can switch.
Like
yeah,
you can. Well, no, as in like you can sort by the month.
Yeah, which is
in Excel, even if it is the second number.
Oh, well,
fucking, we're going here. We've talked about AI for like every single fucking episode.
Not even
we're
apparently we're talking
it's not
about
even
Excel
that.
Now.
It's just that chances are, if you have a bunch of stuff in a folder, not even Excel, but they might, like when you have date created, there's how many ones and twos or 15s or whatever it is, in a year. How many dates? You know what I mean? As in like the 5th or the 15th in a year, and then you organize it. It's going to put a bunch. It's never going to be in order. You're going to put all the ones together, all the twos together, all the threes together. But in because it's month and there's only there's only 12.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very easy to organize in a regular folder. I'm not saying in Excel.
Yeah,
I'm just
fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
so actually,
I'll allow that.
Yeah,
kind of.
So, me, I do that. I do a lot of that kind of stuff when I'm with the whole business thing. The whole my trucking skills. Remember that? God, remember I used to talk about that shit.
Apparently,
all the time. Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. Should we talk about the Rick and Morty thing that we were going to talk about? And I said we'll talk about it in a little bit.
Go on, bring it.
Because have you noticed? Because I've been watching the new episode, and I do have to keep reminding myself. Oh, it's not the same guy. Because obviously he got kicked off Rick and Morty. Because
this is whatever. What we're talking about it. Okay.
And I honestly, it's as good as it was. It's as good as it was.
I got no beef.
Yeah, none at
I've
all.
not seen it yet.
It's very good. It's very, very good. Can't complain. To be honest, I still think. I think it goes show something about like future cartoon shows where they can swap it, but I still like Solar Opposites, which he again had his voice, and they just straight up just changed it. They didn't even bother trying to match it.
Oh,
they were like,
really?
Yeah. Like he got shot in the throat with some gun, and he turns to Karen and goes, "And this has got chronotons in it, so even in flashbacks it'll be the same."
That's right. At their intro, at the very, very end, he has something unique to say. It's been a while since I've seen that show. I saw the first season, but that's very funny. Like genuinely very funny. Even in flashbacks, this is how I sound.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
It's stuff like that makes that show really, the whole series or whatever you want to call it, the group of those cartoons by those guys. But yeah. So is that what you wanted to say with the Rick and Morty? The joke?
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
So you just like
I'm happy with that.
You're happy?
Yeah, I just like it. I'm happy with it.
I got no beef with it either.
He
still gets his name mentioned in every episode multiple times.
Does he?
Yeah. In the credits.
Right. Okay. Oh, because he's creator, is he? Yeah.
I've been really lame and been watching K-pop Demon Hunters.
I'm tempted.
Watch it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Watch it.
I fucking hate you two because you two both do this.
Will want to watch that.
Watch it. It's really good.
I've heard it's really good.
It sounds awful, but it's so good. Like it's one you gotta watch for kids, and then the kids make you watch it, and you think, oh god, what are we watching? And then you watch it, and it's just brilliant. And you'll be singing to all the songs. You'll be downloading it all. Oh, it's great. Honestly, you will be.
Can kids watch it?
Kids can watch it. Yeah. You can watch it with the kids. It's on
Meaning,
Netflix.
I know the kids aren't going to die or anything, but is it appropriate for kids?
Yeah. It's for kids. It is for kids.
Oh, it's actually for kids.
For kids.
So this is So just to reiterate, this is another kids' TV show that we are recommending or film.
It's a film.
Right. Okay.
Oh, it's a film.
Right, and it is very popular. It's everywhere, and me and Logan watched it like at least 20 times. It's great.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Your wife, like my boss, made us watch a song from it every week during team meetings.
That's funny.
Amazing.
Oh my god, that's some commitment. That's someone who fucking loves that film. We'll say, just occasionally, Netflix does chuck out an absolute banger. I still think Electric State was. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Film.
I saw that.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was a good film.
The graphics were something else.
This K-pop Demon Hunters is their most successful film ever to date.
Really? Oh, yes. Gavla has even watched it as well. Or is that the Electric State?
There's literally no one that's not watched it except for you two.
Oh, both. Okay. Apparently we're just left behind. You know what? I'm actually glad about this because normally it's me that's like, I don't know. Like Bluey is fucking everywhere.
Oh, Bluey's amazing.
Everywhere.
Is it, Chloe? I never heard you mention that before.
What, they like Bluey? Oh, maybe I missaid that one. Yeah, I might have missed that one.
So when my Mrs. Nieces came up, we downloaded the Bluey game that's on like Xbox Game Pass, and they just sat for hours just going around. And I will say, I was watching them play it, and I did quite like it. It did seem quite good, and it was. I mean, they loved it, and it's so much better than some of the other ones. I mean, fucking Teletubbies.
Oh my god!
Fucking Teletubbies.
I think that was when that came out. It's the addiction they learned about. Like we found out about addiction for kids when it comes to TV. That's why it was. I think Teletubbies is what started it all off when it comes to like just drones of kids. I know my aunt. Her kids when they were. I just remember watching them. They were like just glued to the TV. There was like it was this, and it's just the silliest thing in the world, but to them it's crack. And not educational at all. They're not learning any words. You know what I
Nope.
mean? And it was just to keep them occupied, so you can get some work done around the house. You know,
Yeah.
but I like in my head right now, like while I'm even talking to you, I've got the Number Block song going on in my head. You
Yeah,
know,
but they
because I
learn
hear that
stuff from number blocks, though.
exactly, and I'm
Logan
okay
learned
with
quite
that.
a lot from that.
Yeah.
Have you heard about kids with Bluey having absolute fucking meltdowns at Disneyland?
No.
No.
Well, because obviously Disney bought the streaming rights for Bluey.
Yeah. Yes.
I believe it's worldwide they got it. So obviously kids have gone to Disney, young kids,
Expecting Bluey.
and because it's on Disney, they're expecting Bluey, but they do not have those rights. And when they find out Bluey's not there, they are not happy in the slightest.
I've not heard that. No.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Disney has the rights to a lot of shit.
Well, they do, and what they're doing now is that they're currently running around buying up Australian animation studios.
What, to finally get Bluey?
Well, no, not to get Bluey, because they're like, well, the answer's clearly the Australian accent. Australia plus kids equals win. So, do you not remember, like, there was a point where, like, when Peppa Pig came out, and suddenly there was loads of kids' TV shows with British accents? The same thing where there was quite a few, and again, it was they were kind of like, oh well, this is clearly the solution. It's the British accent. Kids love the British accent. Let's go and buy this shit. So
But it's
went
not
out and
with
bought
Bluey,
loads of
though,
it.
is it? It's just clever. It's just good.
I don't know. Yeah, if you put out a good show and the world will recognize it. I don't think it has anything to do with the accent. Like I bet half the shows that you guys have watched are American accents.
Don't fucking tell me this. Tell fucking Disney. They're the ones spending cash like.
I think they just got confused and went, "Oh, it's going to be something simple."
Because it wasn't created by Disney, just because Disney owns it, and like their parents should have fucking said something, you know, like instead of having the kids being all fucking disappointed.
What actually was created by Disney? Because there's not many like genuinely.
Are you just saying
stuff.
something because have you thought about what you said yet? Just make sure. I just want to make sure you're just not sprouting off something without thinking about it.
Okay, go on. Name some. Name some.
That Disney has created.
All the original cartoons, Lion King.
But that's Lion King's not isn't an original story.
Oh, you're talking about original.
As in, like, truly original.
You mean it because this is all their stories are based on
everything everything that Disney does. I think that might be one of the but then I think even that might be. But Pixar, I will say, has got some what seemed to be like Toy Story stuff like that. So Pixar, but then Toy Story wasn't Disney.
Are you sure?
That was Pixar.
Was it
Pixar?
Yes,
I know Pixar, but they bought it after Toy Story.
But so there's a few that's coming back.
Yeah, but that's because Pixar was originally a guy that worked for Disney, wasn't it?
I can't remember what the actual thing. I do know that it's Steve
brought
Jobs
the story forward and
wanted
to do like a 3D version, graphics version, and I think Disney said no, so that's why he did Pixar.
Yeah, so something like that.
I might be making that up.
Like pretty much everything that they do have. Now there are some exceptions to the rule, but most of what Disney does is they either buy it or they copy it or they slightly change it. There's not really many truly original stories that Disney actually does. Like truly original stuff, and see now I've said this. Now you're racking your brains.
Well, I can't think of any shows right now. I'm going to be on Disney Plus here for this in a second, you know, just so I can see some movies, you know. But
pick off some names.
You know, Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, yeah, that's a good one.
All right, okay, that's live action. Hold on, Jesus Christ, can we just go to regular cartoons?
Yeah, the live action Frozen. Is not. That is.
How about Frozen? Moana, you know, the Little Mermaid. You know,
Moana's based on a history story.
Yeah,
Moana
Little Mermaid is a remake, or like a retelling of a story.
Yeah.
Well, it says here originals would be Monsters Inc.
So their version are kid friendly, aren't they? The original stories they're based on, if you actually read them, are pretty horrifying.
Yes. Oh yeah, they have definitely been toned down. But that being said, you look at some of the original fucking Disney stories, and yeah,
Yeah, there's like
when people
But
think
we
Disney,
don't talk about Song of the South, I believe.
when people think Disney, they think of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Your stereotypical Disney characters. But yeah, as in like when it comes to movies itself, yeah,
they're all
that's
based
just
on stuff. Yeah.
you don't see those guys in Disneyland. You see all those guys in California Disney's California Adventure, which is literally right across the main entrance, by the way, in California. That is. So all the times, yeah. So they keep all the Mickey Mouse and all that kind of stuff, in Disneyland. But yeah, it's just every time they have something new, like Fantastic Four. What's it called? What's that? The cartoon with
Which one?
they're superheroes. They're those two kids superheroes. Dash was one of them. The one that was Invisible
The
Girl. I'm
Incredibles.
sorry, The Incredibles. That's a ride
Have
in
they brought out a new
California
one?
Disney Adventure.
So good.
But anywho, yeah. But okay, I'll your statement, Tom. I will allow it. All right.
See,
I'm fine. I'm fine with your statement. But anywho,
I don't know. It seems like it's. But then, is that what we want? Do we actually want original stuff? Because it feels like we don't.
I like
really.
remakes.
We like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I don't like watching something new where I have to get invested in a character. And like here, okay, or invested with an actor. Like here's some actors that I will always watch. All right, Gerard Butler movies. I'll watch every single one of them.
Who?
I don't care.
I do like, yeah, I do
Gerard
like him.
Gerard Butler.
Oh, Gerard Butler. Okay,
All right,
yeah.
Jason Statham. I'll watch everything
Yeah.
with him in it. I have no idea. I don't care. If he's going to be kicking ass against 100 people, that's fine. That's exactly
He
what I
does
want
kick
to
ass,
see.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, just again, it's new. It would have to be something extremely epic for me to actually want to watch if I've never actually seen it, or it may be on TikTok where I'll watch a clip of like, ooh, what is this? You know what I mean? That's otherwise, yeah. I'm probably not watching it. It might even be good and the best movie in the world. I'm like, yeah, it just seems like a lot of work.
So, talking about what you've just said there, do you know what film part of me fucking hates? Django Unchained. There's part of me that fucking hates that because
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Every second word is the N word.
You just hate it.
But you get, like you were saying about getting invested in characters. By the end or towards the end, you are so utterly invested. I'm like, this is a series, and I would watch this series every fucking week more than happily. It's like I know saying I like the world is a bit of a within reason. It's I don't know, that kind of, I like their dynamic and stuff like that within that world. Mm-hmm. And I want to see more of it. I want to see more of their adventures, and then, well, we can't.
This is Christoph Waltz, and
who is such
Jamie Foxx.
The pair of them. I think that's probably some of the best chemistry I've seen in a film. Like they just work. Like I don't know.
Like I've seen the movie, yeah. I can't remember the chemistry. I don't know. That's I wouldn't be able to say yes or no to that, or debate it and all that.
It's really, yeah. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen more of it.
I do remember and appreciate the one scene when Leonardo DiCaprio slashed his hand during one of the scenes. He had he was a big huge scene.
Yeah,
he
smashed it on glass.
He's at the head of the table and he puts his hand down and he even looks at his hand and he sees blood and he just keeps going and everyone just carries on with it as in like, well done. Just well done, because it was a powerful scene, And to do a second take on that, and he had the bandages around him the entire time, even after that, and just kept it. It was just, that's kind of cool when they can do that kind of stuff.
Proper acts and go with it.
And Leonardo still didn't get an Oscar for that.
Honestly, it was a travesty because he fucking, like, to be honest, you know what, DiCaprio like brings his fucking A game most of the time. Like he does really fucking bring his A game stuff.
The first movie I ever saw him in was What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Never seen it. You know what? Never seen it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he plays. He doesn't have Down syndrome, but he's he's not right. Yeah, but he plays one of those. He's young. He's probably like 15 or 16, all that kind of stuff. It's a powerful movie. Powerful movie. His mom or something is like 500 pounds and they can't move her or something, and it's a lot.
I've seen a clip from that today. Randomly, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've never seen it before. But I just happened to see a clip of that today, and you've just like, I it's just triggered in my head now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll watch it.
Yeah,
Never seen it.
There we go. By the way, we don't have to do it now, but I'm letting you guys know, and the audience, before you guys get really bored, God knows what we're going to talk about next. There will be Facts of Life. So I've noticed some people who are listening to the show that actually don't make it quite to the end, and then we don't even let them know that there's going to be Facts of Life. And all of a sudden they're missing out on the best part of the show.
Oh shit, we've also not done the intro either.
Well, you didn't do the intro last week either.
No,
do you want to do the intro for last week?
No. This is just another trucking podcast. Hello, I'm Tom, David, and Chloe. We're all here. Hooray. I am going to bring my topic, because then we can go into something a little bit nicer.
Oh,
I thought it would be better if it was the other way around. Because I just,
We're not saving it, because otherwise people don't like it's. Then that way people know there's this topic, and then there's other things that are better.
But it might change our
not as
mood.
heavy.
All the questions we're going to be like, this one was sad.
I'm not. You see, you want me to wait until Facts of Life to do this topic.
So that way we're all like happy and la la la. Oh, tell us your topic that is going to be depressing us all.
Right, fuck yeah, I'm talking about this anyways. So just a heads up, this is.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm
actually
not a genuine.
No, we're not doing the timestamp. That's fine. We've talked about this beforehand because it is quite dark.
Is it? I've not heard any of this.
I know you haven't. No, it's been a week. It's been one of them weeks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So just a heads up.
Hold on a second. Chloe, take a guess what he's going to talk about. This is remember now. This
just
is a Tom story. Hold on.
I feel like
to his
turning
job.
this into a guessing game.
No. It's because
so
the shit
up.
that happens in Tom's life. All right. So you might actually be able to guess generally what he's going to talk about. Because this is Tom now.
It's going to be something like Tom was driving and a pig ran across the road and he killed it, and now he's devastated.
He will.
That wouldn't surprise me.
This is such a bad idea.
It's
turning
off
this
the
into a
road.
guessing game, David.
I'm sorry.
Because he's
been fired.
turned this into a comedy sketch now, and that's not great. How the fuck am I supposed to go from that to this new energy? Holy shit, dude! Right. So I fuck, I don't know where to start with this. I came across a crash this week. As I was coming up around the corner, there was a large crash, and it was one of these very confusing scenes. As people who have listened to this regularly know, this is not my first camping trip. This is not the first time I've stopped for a crash.
Radio? Yeah.
Yes. So I get out. I kind of bring the truck into a certain position, get out, and I hear them someone shout, "He's not breathing." So I'm like, well, this is going to be one of them. I won't go into the details.
Are you in your semi truck or car? Out of curiosity.
No, I'm in the grab wagon at this point.
It's a grab wagon.
So it's
like
that the 8-wheeler
lorry.
thing, 8-wheeler
Like an
tipper with a little grab on the back
You're,
of it. So
you're working.
That's not part of the story. I don't grab anything.
This is a trucking podcast, so we have to talk about trucks.
Well, I'm going to, and there is a trucking part to this. I'll be honest.
So were you one of the first on the scene at this point?
Yeah. We're giving CPR, doing all of that.
Did you see it happen? Or you literally just
was
turned up?
Just around the corner from me. I saw the lights flashing because it was literally just around. It was as I stopped.
What was flashing?
So when people put the hazard lights on, they flash kind of din din like that.
Gotcha.
But when they come on automatically, they flash quickly. So it's more of a flash. So I knew something's just happened around the corner.
Right.
Have you not seen that before?
No, I didn't know.
I don't know if that's
a UK thing.
It might be a European thing, that possibly, where
the hazard lights.
The hazard lights will automatically flash.
Why? What triggers that automatic?
If you slam on your brakes or something, it just automatically is a thing, isn't it? It does.
But it doesn't flash like a normal hazard light. It's faster.
But
Yeah.
you don't
It's
have to
like
trigger
more-
the button either, do you? It just does it.
Don't
No,
you
no,
don't
it
press
just
it? It
does it
just does it
itself.
automatically. The car does it for you, or the truck does it for you,
Yeah.
or like ABS engaging it is. So it's basically like saying like it's something's just happened. You've slammed on. The car's alerting people
Yeah.
to behind you that something bad has just happened.
Yeah.
All right,
so I've
so
seen
let's
that.
let's do facts of life right now, and then you can get to the next story, the
Oh
end of
my
the story.
god, David!
You gotta hook
Holy
people in.
fuck, dude!
We gotta hook people in, okay?
Right. Fuck you.
Cliffhanger. Next week.
I don't know the story, by the way. I just
Yeah,
know
no,
that he just gave me a
basically-
heads up that it wouldn't be good.
Yeah. It was bad. It was really bad. The guy.
What day was this and what
this
time?
is on Tuesday. It was morning. It was
Morning, so it's still darkish.
and it was one of them. So it's been, because I've been here before. I did know the like the PTSD steps. We'll say, because there is like you have like these adrenaline come down stuff like that. But when I'd realised the guy, like, because a nurse came in and they kind of took over a little bit, and it was called that there was no light, no signs of life, which I knew anyways because
and you'd been trying
some
to
other
do
things.
CPR at this point.
Yeah, there was nothing we could do.
Okay.
The guy was completely.
Yeah,
So
you've got
at that
to
point
crack on.
there, I then start moving down the triage list as such. Next is the van driver who said he was feeling fine, walking wounded. And someone said, because I asked someone and said, what's, so who's injured? Or so who else is injured? And he goes, oh, there's the van driver says he's got chest pains, and the truck driver says that he feels okay. And I was like, what truck driver? And I just look around, in the back, you can see just this back end of a truck in the trees.
Oh wow!
So what happened, I think, was the deceased guy, I believe, and there's reason to believe it, but I think he had a medical episode, and I think he was already deceased when he hit the truck, and he's come out, hit the oncoming truck, the front right gone, and truck driver's just gone flying into the trees.
Jeez.
But so this is where the positive side of the story comes in, which is I've recently, through my company, I've done mental health first aid.
Yeah.
So I'm like a mental health first aider, and so that now kicks in, and I can then start doing mental health first aid, not just regular first aid.
Yeah.
And so I've just sticking with him. I'm calling the company. I'm not letting him know what the situation is, because I can eat, like, it's one of them ones where he's like, oh, I just hope that they're okay. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there is I don't feel like, firstly,
It's
I'm
not
an appropriate
time
person
to tell him. Yeah.
to tell him. Whereas I do know the guy's
Yeah.
passed by this point here. The truck driver, there's nothing he could have done. There's nothing he could have done at all. Like, I've spoke with the company since, which I'll talk about in a second, but they say they've checked the footage. There's nothing. There's nothing at all.
It was just completely out of the blue.
Yeah, because normally police will arrest a driver, a lorry driver, in a situation like that. And it's not like so if, God forbid, if it ever happens to you and they arrest you, that's not necessarily like them saying, "Oh, we think you're guilty."
No, it's just they have to do it.
That's a procedural thing.
They have to arrest the truck driver.
Yeah.
Almost always, yeah, almost always.
Okay, I don't understand that.
Because you're a professional driver, you're held to a higher standard.
So if somebody T-bones me, that guy dies, I'm getting arrested.
Not in that circumstance. It's
if they turn up and it's obvious, then they'll.
Which is what happened in this circumstance.
Yeah.
That it was.
If they've got no evidence and they need to investigate, they'll hold you accountable, won't they? Pretty much.
I know someone else who's had that where someone stopped lane 1 along roadworks, and the first driver had gone round. I've had an accident similar to this, in fact, and the first driver had gone round him and he couldn't. There was a car alongside. He slammed on, got into the back of it, and that was a multi-person fatality. And again, that was court cases and stuff like that. Eventually, it was found out it was nothing he could have done. But it is still, as a truck driver, you are.
But why take him to jail? Why take him?
No, so they're not taking him to jail per se. They're taking them back to the station. They're processing them. They're going through. You're getting drug tested. You're getting alcohol tested. You're getting all the stuff to basically make sure. And then you'd be released on bail, I think is how it works. And then court cases and shit like that. Yeah. But it's just to make sure that. And the same thing as like his phone was seized and stuff like that. So I'm guessing they want to make sure that. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. So, it's one of them where there is a process to it, and they follow the process. They followed, and I kind of sat with the driver for as long as they let me, but then there was a bit of because my truck is on one side, and his was on the other side, and I didn't even have my phone on me at this point here because the second that it was declared he was deceased, it was, and you know what? One of the weirdest things I think I've ever experienced was because we were in. They have like different levels of cordon. They've got the outer cordon like down the end of the road.
Cordon.
So like a
block you off kind of thing.
Yeah. So they'll have the one at the very end of the road. Then they'll have a inner one where the police cars are allowed to be. And then they've got the very centre one, which is where only the inspectors and stuff like that are allowed to be. And I was in there, but I was sat in my truck at this point. And all of the police, all of the local police went, all of the ambulance went, all the fire went, and there was this bizarre quietness. I've never heard anything quite as quiet as that. I know it's a weird thing to say, but it was like you couldn't even hear a bird. Like it was like almost deafeningly quiet. Yeah. I've like one of Kel's friends' husband was, and I didn't realize this, but he was also there, and he was in the same position as me, but on the opposite side. We talked, and they were on the phone at the same time that me and Kale were on the phone, and they both said the same thing of like this weird. It was like.
Did you have your noise cancellation on?
It was like the universe knew. It was bizarre. I've never experienced that like it. Okay. Eerily quiet. But so the mental health first aid stuff, which kicked in, and I spoke to the company whose driver it was. They got in contact with me, and then they said they wanted to send something to my company. Their CEO wants to send something to the director, David, and something nice. But then I think it really goes to show the fact that we had this training, and if I'm honest, that direct training, that mental health first aid thing, actually had a real world effect. It wasn't just some stupid we got to look after each other. It actually there was. Because there's an actual procedure to the actual to it. It is proper mental health first aiding, and it's I don't know. It was really quite. I've used it a few times at work with like interpersonal stuff and people who are going through a bit of a hard time stuff. But this was I've never had it with trauma, obviously, but it was nice having that tool there. And actually having the knowledge and
the understanding and knowing how to use it, and actually
very much so. Yeah, very very much so. It was it was really interesting having it. And I'd be honest here, if anyone like one of your companies say, "Do you want to do this training?" I'd recommend it. I genuinely would recommend it. So there you go. Was my nice little thing.
Did it help you dealing with it as well, though? Like being in that situation, helping. Obviously, you could help a bit more, but did it help you? Because obviously, it's still quite traumatic for you, isn't it?
It was, and you know what? So two things. So it was weird. So Carly at work is one of the mental health first aiders, and it was very strange because she messaged me and then she talked to me and then she asked me to like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do it? And it was weird hearing her run through the same list.
Yeah.
But the opposite way around. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was very consciously aware of this is
I
the
know what you're looking
procedure
for
that we're
here. Yeah,
supposed
this
to
is
follow.
what's going
I know
on.
what
Yeah.
you're doing. It was quite weird having someone actually like knowing what you're supposed to do and knowing what was being done back to you. But it's because it's not my first rodeo. It definitely helped a lot, and it meant that like so the first day you're still in emergency mode. Your brain's full of adrenaline, and it lasted partway into the next day. And halfway through the second day, I just crashed, and I was able to call the office up and say, "Hey, I want to come back and just go back home." And they were just like, "Yep, not a problem. No questions, no issues." And again, even Friday, I left a bit earlier. No questions, no issues, nothing like that. Just straight off. And you know what? I didn't think, considering it's a very man's man sort of West Cumbrian company, I didn't expect how well they dealt with it. It was they dealt with it exceptionally well. Like I genuinely felt like I actually felt like I could go and talk to someone if I want to, or I felt like I could leave if I want to. I felt like, and it was everyone. Like it was big guys on site. It was like, and it was I don't know. It was
very well done.
It was exceptionally well done. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Silly as it sounds, it actually makes me proud to work for Lawson's because
that's good.
I didn't expect them to deal with it quite as well as they did. So yeah.
Well, it shows what a real company is, doesn't it? When something like that happens.
You know, well, the dickheads sometimes they are dickheads, but it turns out when the
No
cards are
perfect.
down, no, they're not. But like you know, is it when the cards are down? Is that the right phrase? Like they come through. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, really good. So there you go, David. See, it wasn't as miserable as he thought it was going to be.
But it was just it was. It was just as miserable as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Somebody died. That's
can I just point
sad.
out behind you, your dog's eyes are glowing in the dark.
I am aware of the dog behind me and the evil glowing eyes that she's.
I just keep seeing her, and I'm just like, oh my
over
God.
my shoulder, these glowing eyes. If you're just listening.
Shame on you. You should be honestly, helping us make money on YouTube by watching it on YouTube. Actually,
so you're telling this haunting story, and then you just had this dog with the eyes.
I actually didn't see it. I'll have to check them.
You will when you see the footage later.
And you won't unsee it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't know how this shit happens. This shit happens to you. You know, I'm sure it would happen to a lot more people if people are actually willing to get out of their vehicle. And, you know, it's a scary scene coming up on that. And you never even know if you were supposed to do it, you know. And a lot of times, you know, because most of us are not like you,
trained
and all that kind of stuff. The only thing I ever think of and how it's, again, I think I've told you this guy before when I was in a restaurant and it was just like, I don't know, she was probably like 150 and she was choking and I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? I had no fucking idea. Like, I'm eating my fucking food. Do you mind? You're interrupting me. Jesus Christ. Get somebody else. No. But no, I froze. I froze and another guy came up and he looked at me and he started doing the Heimlich maneuver and, you know, like call 911. And, you know, so there is a phone next to me. And this was kind of like a truck stop restaurant. So back then there was a phone on each table. There's a phone on every table. So I did, you know, I called 911, you know, but she said she was all right. But, you know, you never, just because she says she's all right doesn't mean that you're not supposed to have an ambulance check.
They're actually it's not called the Heimlich anymore.
It's not called it anymore?
No, it's because there's a copyright on it. Genuinely.
What's it called now then?
It's pelvic. It's
pelvic
thrust or something like that. Or so it's something like that. Anyways, it's so stupid. Like, why the fuck would you copyright a life-saving thing? You fucking dickhead.
You know, like my wife was saying one time that if you if you're in a situation, and or maybe you were, I do believe it's my wife though. If you point at somebody and tell them to do something in a hard, so if you're already doing something in the situation, like you're already like kind of half taking control or whatever, right? All you have to do is point at somebody and they'll do it. All right, you call 911. You go get that bag over there. You grab me this over thing. And like, because what are you gonna? What's that person gonna go? Like, no, you're not my boss. Fuck you. You know what I mean? But it's just there is this and it is interesting. At least then you know that what to do, because everybody wants to do something.
Yeah.
But if you get told to do something, it's like fuck yeah. I can fucking do that, and I will give it my fucking best. Yeah, let's do this.
So I do want to, and I was thinking if they asked me, either my company or this other company, asked me if there's anything that I would like to do, or just kind of like not a reward, but kind of like a thank you. I want to do the advanced first aid training. Like I want to do like, is it level 3? I think they call it. I want to do like the full proper one, which is like got all the trauma stuff in it, and because like what I found with the basic first aid is it covers basic stuff, but then it doesn't cover the other shit.
It doesn't cover the other shit. You turn up at, Tom, I think you should do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think you would benefit from this.
Maybe this is the world telling you what you need to do with your life.
Kill's
oh my god, how many people do we have to kill so Tom will do this fucking thing? All right, like seriously, is he just going to be on his lazy ass being a fucking truck driver? He has a higher purpose in life.
Kill thinks I should be a paramedic, but you know what? This is really bad.
You probably should actually.
I know, and it would be something I genuinely enjoy doing it. However, I cannot afford to do it. I just can't. It's no. I can afford to do the training and stuff like that. Yeah. What I do, the St. John's, I've been looking at becoming a CFR, community first responder, because that's something I can just do on my own time, which I'm happy with.
So you could do voluntary ones, can't you?
It's honestly, it'd be a pay cut going to become a paramedic, and it shouldn't be.
Sad.
Considering what they do, they should be getting paid more than that. They should be, holy shit, they should be getting paid more than that. You should not be able to get paid nearly as much at McDonald's as you are saving someone's life on a fucking on a motorway. That's not how that should fucking work. Why the fuck are we not paying the paramedics more? That's fucking disgraceful. Because it literally stops people from wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's shit.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. But you can say that with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of jobs out there, but that's a really good example. How little something pays. Even actually, truck drivers, for example, is one. Yes, they get paid more than paramedics, but sometimes doesn't you only get paid extra couple of pounds an hour to have a big ass trailer versus drive a van. Like driving a van is way easier.
So I'm on more money than the guy who was like the other driver in the accident, and I have a vehicle that is not going as far on roads, isn't as heavy by any means. He's got like an extra 40. He's 44 tons. I'm 32, and as he's found out, it is. If someone hits it, well, that's it. It's a done deal. There's not a lot you can do about it. And as I said previously, we have that responsibility.
Yeah.
If there's multiple people involved, and as a truck driver, and it's suspected that we could be at fault even slightly, we can get arrested. The car driver's not.
Yeah.
The car driver. That's not how they like it. So really, we're taking this extra responsibility on, but without the extra pace. You are right in a way. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there are certain truck driving jobs where the pay is 100% better, but I think like the kind of the regular between RDC guys, they should be getting paid more. 100% they should. It should be, because it's. I think there's a misconception that what they're doing isn't as hard or isn't as, because I was talking about this with one of my workmates. So I am very good down tiny lanes where trucks cannot go, like shouldn't go, and never meant to go. And I know that's
you have practice since you've been really young. You've had practice as a really tall
absolutely,
person.
And that is my skill. But he's happy if you set him on a route between this point and this point here. He's done the same run for the past 2 years.
Oh God, I couldn't do that.
And he's perfectly happy continuing to do it.
I want to hire people like him.
Which is, in a sense, I think is a skill. Because
Yeah,
I can't,
it is.
I
get
can't,
so
I
bored
can't
of
do
that.
that. That's not something.
No.
I'm good down lanes. So it's a bit like it's a bit like saying, oh well, fucking like, because it's like getting a hammer out and saying, well, this is the best tool for the job for everything. No, it's not, because sometimes you do need the screwdriver. Sometimes you need this. Sometimes you need that. I know that I fit a very specific like kind of job. When I went on curtains, I did not suit it at all. I had no patience for it. I did not like it. I didn't like dealing with the people. I didn't like there was none of it. Whereas
They didn't
some
like
guys,
you either, by the way.
honestly, that's fine. The feeling was fucking mutual, you bastards. But there's some guys that are good at that sort of thing, and they do have that level of patience. They don't mind the repetition. There's something that, and I think because I see it with some of the guys where they get sent to somewhere different and they don't like it. I'm sure you've seen this before with some other drivers where they don't like going to new places and they get very panicky about it. They don't want to be going down these new roads or like.
Yeah, I know someone like that.
And there's a thing of like, but
is that you, Chloe?
There's a thing of
no, I'm good. I'm good at that stuff.
Yeah, but giggity.
One of
Question
my
mark?
what?
Don't know. Sorry,
but
but we take the piss out of them drivers, but we shouldn't do, because them drivers are good at something other than us. That's like taking the piss out of a screwdriver for not being able to hammer in a nail. Well, that's great, but that's not what that's got a specific job.
Yeah, I get
so
it
is,
that.
And I think those drivers that do just run between point from point to point, that is a skill.
I couldn't do it.
I've
done distance driving over some holiday. Ugh, horrible stuff.
You're saying that's a skill, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again.
Absolutely, it's a fucking skill.
Maybe I'm just not understanding.
Right.
Hold on.
Having the ability to repetitively over years do the same run.
Because
like they're running from one RDC to the next.
Let me just play devil's advocate for just a second.
Okay, the devil. Copy.
I don't think it's a skill. I just think it's just that's the type of person they are. All right, they're kind of like I don't want to learn anything new. I just want to do the same thing over and over again. I don't care about exercising my brain. I just want to do the same thing, and I'm happy with that. I just don't think that's a skill. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
But see, this is what I was saying about, like, we take the piss out of them guys because we say, oh, they're lazy, they can't be bothered to do this. But I don't think it is that. I think, well, there is a kind of like they don't like, there's the unknown scares them.
Is it because they've got it easy though, so they like it?
So with my friends, no, he just so he can go a new place, he does, but like if he goes a new place, he prefers to sit alongside another driver or sit behind them or do something like that, and that's fine because he prefers. He knows what he's doing. He's got the skill level to do it. He's more than capable, but he likes the repetition. He likes the kind of just going between it. He knows what the deal is.
He knows
at 10:15 that he should be in this exact same place. So he calls me up and goes, I'm running like 12 minutes ahead today. And he knows. I can't do that. I'm like, fuck knows. How many have I even done today? He goes, I'm halfway through my sixth. I'm like, fucking
but that's because he does it every day, so he knows how long it should take him. Probably starts exactly the same time every day.
He knows all the people who show up as well.
I know one of our drivers does the same. He'll leave. He'll do it like military style. He'll do it. He'll have different jobs, but there'll be distance things.
What's military
and
style?
He'll go in his, like he used to be military. So he'll go and have a coffee at a specific shop at a certain time in the morning, every morning without fail. That is a thing he does. And he'll just like routinely go through it. There's no changing it. It's how he does it. You know, I know it's slightly different because it's not
my
quite
job.
as
Okay,
repetitive, but
I've done it. I've done it all. I've done the whole driving long distance. I've done God knows what I'm going to be doing today, and then then maybe for like 2 years, I do the exact same thing every single day. You know, and it was nice knowing what you're going to do that day. You know what I mean? As in like, and I'm talking about like basically what that guide you're talking about, where it's a skill, but I did it because it was easy. Because eventually, okay, now what was extremely difficult about it was easy for me. The backing, it was a really tight place. Like it was, you know what I mean? And it was a difficult place at first, but then I got good at it. You know what I mean? And then even when it comes to scaling afterwards, it just eventually just became second nature. What was the best way to do this? You know what I mean? And like, I know it just eventually, I don't know, the skill was out of it, and now it was just me, just kind of on autoplay. You know what I mean? As in like, but it was
just
just
do the
literally
same old every day.
and
Yeah.
not just like it was like 6-7 times a day. You know what I mean? I would go to the same customer. I would scale out every single time, and it was just more of like I feel like I could breathe. I was relaxed because it is relaxing. You don't have. I didn't have to use my brain as much.
But then is it not relaxing when you're running behind and stuff though? Because then you're like, oh,
I'd never run behind because there was no appointments for this place. For me, there was no appointments because I had basically when I got there. Okay, now because he needs to be here 7 times. If we have him wait every single time, we're going to be here till 8 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? So it was one of those kind of places. You know what I mean? Because I took every load that my company would actually pick up there. It was a transfer station. It was basically I pick up cardboard. You know what I mean? So like bales of cardboard that you get from the supermarkets, whatever. But as like I liked it because it was easy. That's basically it. And it was, I didn't, when they have me do some other work where God knows where I'm going, now I got to get the directions and all that kind of stuff. But as in like, eventually I think that's way more skillful than just going to the same place every single day. You know what I mean? I just got comfortable, knowing I got to hang out with the same people. I got to have the exact same sandwich every single day. I learned that if I call ahead to the place as soon as he sees my number, he'll answer it. Okay, Dave.
This is a sandwich that you've talked about previously.
He's definitely talked about the sandwich before.
I'm sure we've talked about this sandwich before.
We've totally, yes, we've talked about this delicious.
Okay,
heart attack
the
sandwich.
Best sandwich
yeah,
ever.
Yeah. Well, I do. I now
that
know
I dropped on the ground one time, and I still ate it.
Wow, it was
Brush off
that
the
good, was
crumbs.
it? Holy fuck!
Yeah, I had some pebbles in my mouth.
So I had a day the other week where I had the jobs kept piling on, and so it was one of them ones where I'm desperately trying to kind of get all the work done, and I thrive when I'm at that kind of that pivot point of chaos and organize. It's that kind of that bit where you're just keeping on the edge of it, and you're trying to kind of like juggle jobs around, and you think, well, actually, if I do that one there, and I can chuck part of that on the back of it, and then do this, and then do this, and I'm trying to work out the best way.
Me.
And so I got through it. I came back. I felt like fucking I can. And it's like some of the little tight roads and stuff like that. And I was organizing it and trying to replan it all. Fucking nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Now the next day, I had we were in another place in the high security place that we go to, and we get because our pass that we've got only works at a certain time for like a certain load with the same vehicle. It has to. It's very kind of very, very specific, and you're allowed half an hour either side of this time. And fuck me, like the other guys were fine with it, and they knew what time to stop because the guys were in, and I was running against everything and I'd done this run previously a few other times, but for me, the kind of getting into rhythm with, I need to be stopped at this time here at this place and then doing this time.
It's not
I
how
don't
it
look
works.
at
No.
I fuck knows what time it's. I'm like, I don't know. I feel hungry. I'm going to stop for lunch. That's what I'm doing. That's as far as my knowledge base goes.
I like the railway work because our boss now, literally, because we've got so many lorry drivers, things on the railroads, he literally leaves us to it now. Like, he doesn't worry what we do. We can do whatever the hell we want between us, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like, I can ring him up at a drop of a hat, going, "Oh no, you scheduled this all wrong. Do this, and this." And he goes, "Yeah, all right, I'll swap it all around." No questions asked. Literally, that's me ringing my transport manager saying, "We're doing it this way," and he goes, "Yeah, no worries," because we've been doing it for so long now, and we work so well together and ring each other. And,
Yeah.
But again, we are against the clock like that. That's what we thrive on. Like, we are literally like, "But if I do this now, we can cram this in." And like, do you know what? You're going that way. If I do this one for you, you do this one for me. It works out. And we had one.
You know what? It sounds like grab work, and it's I
love that.
I thrive on that sort of environment. It's
and we
just
had
my jam. Yeah,
we had it last week. We had basically one of our other depots had screwed up, and more work was booked on than it should have been. And we had one of those days where it was just like, he looked at it, he went, "I'm not gonna lie, do the best you can. I don't know how much is going to get moved over, but just do what you can." So we just took that and went, right, let's see what we can get done, sort of thing. You know, when you just like, we will get it done. We came in extra early. We're like, we will do this. And like, we swapped jobs between us. And we literally, by the end of the day, I think there was 2 jobs that rolled. And my boss went, he was just literally like, "I don't know how you've done this." He was expecting about 6 jobs to be rolled. And he was just like, the only jobs that have been rolled have been 2 really local ones that haven't affected us whatsoever. And he was expecting like really distant things to be rolled. And he was just like, "I don't know how you've done it, but you've done it." And that he just was gobsmacked. And we got a massive thank you from the boss. And it was like, yeah, sweet. Love it. And I thrive on that. And I feel like I'm a little bit of a teacher's pet, but I'm like, do you know what? I love it. I love getting things complete. Love it.
Yeah. It's this. There is that. No, I know it doesn't, but that satisfaction of like of.
I wasn't huffing. I was about to say something, but I'm going to let you guys talk.
But again, the grab works very similar. Whereas I can now call my own customers.
Yeah.
So I call them and text them like, "Hey,
well.
am I coming down here for this load or not?" Or they'll text me and say, "Yeah." And it's like, I've had a text say they want a load of 6F2 running down to this site in Maryport on Monday, so I'm going to go down there at like 9 o'clock and go and do this. And so like I've already got a kind of a plan, and I like that kind of semi-independence. The only thing I'm trying to get them to do at the moment, which I desperately want to use because it looks like so much fucking fun, and I've watched TikToks on it, and I'm so excited to use it. I've asked for a year to use it. I'm going to try and get on the VAC-X.
The what?
So that's going to be a VAC-X, if you know what that is.
You don't know what a VAC-X is, Chloe? Tom, go ahead and explain to Chloe what
just Chloe, right?
X
I'm sure you know what it is.
I'm sure I probably know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do. But explain it anyway, just in case.
It's like well, I don't know if it's actually jet, but it's basically so a huge Hoover.
Yeah.
Well, I can't imagine that,
truck,
yeah.
A big truck Hoover that just sucks up dirt.
Right, yeah, I do know what that is then.
And so basically, the idea is if you've
into
got
like a tanker or something.
Yeah. So it sounds like a fucking jet. Like it's so
I know
loud.
The ones now. Yeah.
And basically, it's just got like a big nozzle that comes out the back of it, and you can just basically suck the ground, and it'll just suck up all the dirt, but it won't suck up cables. So if you've got areas with
cables, it's like designed not to do cables.
Well, no, because if you've got a digger and you go into the ground, you can't feel if there's a cable there.
Yeah, you'll fuck it up.
Whereas if you can put a VAC-X down and you can just suck up the grounds, but it won't affect cables because they're just in the grounds. That's fine. And
what's the difference between this and a street sweeper?
A lot. Like a street sweeper will just
sweep
like,
it all
sweep up the dirt on the grounds. This is for digging trenches.
So you'll have like a tube funnel that you'll manually move to where you want to suction, and it'll like the end of your Hoover little nozzle. It will go in that. But
it'll suck up dirt, grass, stones, all the stuff. But so you can dig a trench without.
So you've got one of these, have you?
We've got 7 of them, I think.
And you want to try one?
Yeah, I want to use one. Apparently, it's not. It gets boring after a while, but I just like the idea of. But like some of them,
you've still got to try it. At least you can say you've done it then. And then you're like, I've done it now.
Some of them, you can drive the truck with a remote. Which that sounds fucking fun. So you can actually like basically you can lift
You
your
know
legs
what?
and just move
I'm
it
going to
around.
stop you right
that
there.
is cool. Yeah, go
You
on.
know how I'm going to bring up something that annoys me about this. You can carry on, but do you do this to me all the time during the podcast? All right. So you guys were talking back and forth, and I'm kind of waiting to talk. But you see, what I'm going to say right now is something that should have been said 5 minutes ago. All right, just so I can kind of be part of the conversation. But
Okay.
but now it's going to sound so fucking stupid. All right, I'm going to say it anyway. So it is when you're talking about jobs and you're patting yourself on the back because you're you're doing all these things and your boss says just try to do that. Like, so here's what I was like, what I was going to say. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it is like sometimes my boss will give me something and like where it like, sounds impossible. I'm like, oh, but I see that as a challenge that I absolutely love to do once in a while, not on a daily basis, but once in a while. And then when I do it, she just can't believe it, and she's like, "Oh my god, you rock!" And like, now that is better than a paycheck for me.
Isn't it just though?
Her saying
it's
you
so
rock.
good.
Oh my god! So you can carry what you're saying now, Tom.
No, genuinely, I
David.
thrive on that.
Have you had that as well, David?
Oh, fuck yeah.
In all honesty, yeah.
Yeah.
So you thrive on the same sort of thing. I just think it's.
I do,
it
but I don't want
makes
that
you enjoy
every
the
day
job.
because that's very stressful. But I do love.
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
not every day.
Where
yeah.
I'm on my phone. I'm like, okay, all right, this is the time. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me make a quick phone call. I will just make sure because I know this customer. Blah blah blah. And like where can I drop this
I
load?
can sort this. Yeah.
Because I like this is the kind of thing there where if I was getting paid hourly, fuck no. No.
Yeah.
Because why would I get paid hourly for where I have to like where I'm just stressed out the entire time because I got to make this on time. Well, because I really do hate being not on time. I hate being late. It just kills me. I feel like I failed me, and I don't want my company to think that I failed. Or I don't know if they keep track of all the late times and all that kind of thing. I don't think they keep track for the locals anyway. Yeah. So it was just something that it is. Yeah, I can understand, but I do love the regular days where you're just normally you do the exact same thing every day. It's relaxing. You don't really have to think about anything, but once in a while, yeah, as in like, especially because I know the area. I know where all the shortcuts are. I know where it's going to be bottlenecked. I know where to avoid them and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Isn't like, but getting paid hourly, I'm not going to volunteer that shit. That's like no point. But yeah, getting paid per load though, where you're just where she's giving away too many loads. You know what I mean? But I'm still able to do it.
Yeah,
I'm like that's absolutely. But anyway, sorry. Yeah. So I just wanted to interrupt you complete mid-sentence. Just whatever you were saying, I didn't give a fuck about. Because there's been so many fucking times that I've been too fucking polite.
I like it. I'm game. I can go with it.
So this vacuum. So it's a hose that goes into the ground and sucks out the dirt, just so you can so it gets all the loose shit out. I use a shop vac myself. If I'm digging a hole sometimes, like I was digging a really small, tiny hole, so I could put like like an inch pole in. It's like swing ball, that little thing where the tennis ball is on a string. Yeah. All right, so my kid completely broke the one, so I happen to have a hardcore pole that I needed to put down onto the ground. Pole. Yeah, it's basically like a pipe pole or like a wire pole.
Hardcore.
But thank you very much. All right. On that note, we should probably end the podcast. So I got food right now, and this is delicious food, and I don't want it to be wasted. So, so you can kind of you can talk away among yourselves, and like. So,
you
all right,
absolute prick. I honestly. Well played, sir. Well played.
What sandwich is it, David?
It's an egg salad sandwich.
Ooh, I thought it was
egg mayo, bread, butter, maybe not butter.
Do love a bit of egg mayo.
I love that, but anyway, sorry, I just had to do that.
That's honestly well played.
It was great.
Well played.
Deserved.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, sorry. Carry on.
Are you actually going to eat that sandwich now, though?
David has fully
I'm
derailed
going to throw it in the garbage
at this point now.
No, I'm going to eat it. All right, you know what?
Yeah, because he's hardcore and he'll keep going.
Yeah. I will.
Yeah.
I will nibble at it. I will nibble at this sandwich. So I won't end the podcast. And right after something like what I should have done. I wish I did it while you were in the middle of your story about that serious topic that you were talking about. Remember the serious topic that I was talking about?
It was like added onto there, and you know what, right? So just for those people who don't know what this is, so we should probably explain.
Let David
make
eat
it
his
to the end of
sandwich
the
while you
podcast.
explain.
I'd put up a message up, and we talking that while we're in the chat, and we're looking at like while we're talking, and I said, "Hey guys, I'm really sorry, my tea's almost done," and I gave some time just to like let people know about it, and then David then brings up his topic after I've then said this, and he goes, "Yeah, by the way, my kid fell out of a window," and I'm like, "Well, what the fuck do I do now? I can't just leave because I'm just a dickhead at this point." But then my tea, which was like steak and chips, gets put
Which
in
you've been
front
talking
of
about
me.
how excited you were to eat it.
Exactly, and then I'm like, "Well, what do I do with this now? Fuck, I don't know. Like this is fucking, I don't know." And yeah, so that was the whole thing. We have got more.
So you
tomorrow,
listened to the whole story and you went,
Fucking
"Oh
love some
no,
steak
okay, right, I've got to
now.
go. Bye."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he is
How
okay.
do you have your steak,
though.
by the way?
Excuse me?
How do you have your steak?
Cooked. I don't like raw steak.
Medium. Well, I don't really eat steak.
No, it is medium.
like
It is
it.
medium.
I think I'm medium there as well. Well, like
I
But I don't
like
mind it burned
steak.
either. I like it charred. I like it all. You know, I don't like it rare. I don't know. The
No.
rare is just like, oh, okay.
Plus, steak is one of those ones that freaks me out. Like, I'll eat a bite, and then I can't go back for seconds because it freaks me out.
yeah.
It's tasty, but then it freaks me out.
It's as in you just can't eat it.
Yeah. I like the taste of it. I'll eat it,
Yeah.
and then I'll start chewing on it, and then I'll be like, yeah, I can't eat anymore. That's it. I'm done. One little bite. That's it. Me done. That's my steak done.
I'll be honest with
you. It's too meaty. It's too much.
When it comes to steak, it's okay. I prefer
it's
chicken.
not that amazing. Yeah, I prefer chicken.
pork. You know,
Then you've not had good steak then.
Good.
Oh, I've had the best steak in the world.
Yeah,
Really?
I've had, and you know what? I've passed it on to this person next to me. It was a Kobe beef, you know, the really expensive one, and
bit like
it
Wagyu,
was just like our Wagyu. I can't remember which. There was a few different ones, and it was like, this is wasted on me. It's just wasted on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've not.
Actually,
had
and I
Kobe
kind of
beef.
didn't like it either because it's too fatty.
Yeah.
All right. You know, and
But I don't get the people like, oh, look at the marbling. That marbling's fat. Why are we eating the fat? What the fuck are you doing?
Because it's meant to render down nicely and make it.
And isn't that basically
I like
the cows who don't get any exercise? Basically, they're like chained up and they don't because otherwise, if they walk
Is that
around,
what it is?
There's too much muscle on them. I think
It's a type of breed.
or am I think breed?
Wagyu's a type of breed
of cow.
I think. Are you not thinking about veal? Because veal's like that. I don't know. If...
Veal can be like
That's
that.
I think you're thinking of veal. And then there's also
in a pen.
What's the goose one where they basically just shove like food down its throat and it's fucking no, it's
like
not. Why?
or...
Oh no, it's fucking why we do.
No, that's wrong.
What's the?
That's
no.
wrong.
I don't get it. But like, fucking like a nice sirloin steak. I have it medium.
It's
I'm
all about
more
the
than happy
toppings
with
for
a
me.
medium.
You know, it has to have good toppings. You know, good sauce or average sauce. Doesn't have to be too good. You know,
The only time I don't mind steak
I'm fine with
is on a sandwich.
You can have A1, can't you?
I can have A1, or you can't have it, or what?
No, we don't have A1 here.
Oh, I just bought
A1?
A1 actually.
A1
What's
sauce.
A1?
It's
Steak
like
sauce.
yeah, it's like, but it's like in America, it's like the de facto steak sauce. From what I like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. See, I can eat duck. Your wife's just put duck. I like duck. And
Is it duck?
Medium.
Foie
I can do that. That I like. But steak, I can't do it. Don't know if it's
I like
a texture
beef.
thing.
Beef sandwich. You know, but that's not
The beef
steak though.
burger.
You know what I mean? Just the beef where it's just cold sliced beef and some brown sauce.
Do you know what I had the other day?
I love that sandwich.
Go on.
I went for a barbecue at my mate's. It was one of the ones that we missed doing a podcast, and I went for a barbecue, and he goes out stalking. It's one of his jobs on the side. So he goes out stalking deer as he's got a license for it and everything. So he always comes back with all this deer, and I'm like, I don't like venison. It's gross. I don't like it. And
know
we were
if
at
I've
this
ever had it.
barbecue, and he'd made loads of venison burgers because it was a barbecue, and he had loads of people like guests, like a housewarming thing. And the queue to try and get a normal burger or like to go, I was just like, "Do you know what? I'm just gonna try a venison burger. I can't be able to sit over there." Oh my god, it was. I don't know what he'd done because he'd made it from scratch.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a bit like a lamb burger, but it was just so much nicer. And it was honestly probably one of the best burgers I've ever had. And I'll take them off
Really?
some more. Honestly, I probably wouldn't go anywhere else. I don't know what he did, but they were just absolutely amazing burgers. They
Have
were
you
so
heard?
good.
Have you heard about Burger King and what they've got?
No.
No,
Gordon Ramsay's got a burger at Burger King.
interesting.
Has he?
Fucking, I kid you not.
I have to have
It's
it.
No,
got
he's not.
yeah, it's got like Kobe beef in it, and
Oh,
it's
what the
got
fuck?
it's like 3 types of onions. I don't like onions.
Surely,
that
when you
much.
order, you
What?
gotta like go wait in the parking lot for it to be cooked, because I'm sure they're not going to be like sitting under the hot
that-
burner.
And then he
There's
comes out and looks at your car and goes, "What is that? What is that?" That's what he does. We've been watching a lot of Kitchen Nightmares recently.
Right, I've seen your YouTube short. Like, oh my
Oh,
god,
shit,
he watches
so
a
yeah.
Oh
lot
my
of.
god.
you-
It's literally a real thing as well.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is-
I forgot you
what?
can see my YouTube.
One of these
It's
days,
so-
I'm going to completely ruin your algorithm.
Please don't do that.
Oh, yeah,
honestly.
please do.
It will destroy my entire life. It is
K-pop,
literally right.
Bluey,
It's
start bringing it all
basically-
on.
It's crashes, like air crash investigation stuff, Gordon Ramsay, Star Trek, and cats, and that's pretty much the whole list of what I watch on YouTube. It's great, and occasionally something sciencey, because apparently
Now, the
they
reason
found
why I
life on
have that
Mars.
for everybody is that in order for me to upload a YouTube video, he used his own account. He didn't create another account.
Is this just the trucking podcast one? Is that one?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
You know, I've got it on my TV. I could get Logan watching Bluey and stuff on it.
Nice. We will go crazy with
I
Bluey and
could
number
ruin
blocks.
that
Wait.
algorithm
What? The
because it's logged in under my thing as well. Because I've got access to it on the
Oh
on
no
the
no no
TV
no no
where
no!
Logan.
What? So
what?
are you not a manager of it?
I don't know what. Yeah, something on it.
Yeah, no. So that he's got my actual. I
So,
really,
yeah,
what
Tom
we
has
should
that.
We could
do.
select
I
it if
should
we want
make
it.
you
Taxi
a
Live.
manager.
Live political stuff, Star Trek. The stupidest scavenger hunt.
That's really good. Is that one?
Oh, there's some Roblox Live. You're watching Roblox?
I
Yeah, some
wasn't.
Star Trek. Sovereign. Oh, more Star Trek. Oh, Choo Choo Charles. You've seen Choo Choo Charles?
That might be one of my kids who's
Yeah,
one
of my older son, the 4-year-old, he had a nightmare one time with Choo Choo Charles, and Choo Choo Charles ate Caleb's head or something, and like it was like a nightmare. It was like
Oh my
damn, that's
god, I
terrible.
can see it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Mark
Logan on
Rober
that.
versus Dude Perfect. I actually wouldn't mind watching that one. That might be a pretty good.
He's quite
show.
good on that. Yeah, that's also a good one. Also, there will be BattleBot stuff on there as well, because that's fuck. Right, 1 second. Can I just quickly? Because he doesn't watch this. We're all good.
What's BattleBots?
So BattleBots
Is it a bit like the original
Robot
Craig
Wars.
one? Robot
Yes.
Wars.
Yeah.
I used to
But
love
it
Robot
got
Wars.
a lot better. Got a lot better. So we have a lot of the. Can you pass me?
Why flamethrowers make good robot weapons.
So we have a lot of there's some like Hexbug BattleBot toys, which are fucking amazing. We have quite a few of them already, but for my son's birthday, we've now got him a load more. Hashtag not sponsored. It's blurring
anyway.
it out. 1 second. We'll unblur the background. I should actually be able to see it, so you can see everything behind me. But there you go. So this is these are like the BattleBot things. For those people who are listening, you're looking at like a robot about 3 inches long, something like that. So they've got like actual active weapons on them. We've got a like a proper little stadium thing where they fight. with all the proper little weapons and shit like that. They are so much fucking fun. They are better than what they for the price of them. So you can get them for like 2 of them for like 40 quid or something. So they're not a shocking amount of money. So you can kind of just buy them for like a birthday and this and that and the other. And
I
kind
was
of
just
build them
thinking
up.
they would probably make great Christmas presents. Like
They
all the
fucking
cousins and
do.
that.
They are
That's
so
totally
much
what I'm
fun.
gonna do.
They are so much fun. If you get we've just got them the Arena Max because the other arena is cardboard and there's like a little ridge in the middle of it, and sometimes they get caught and it's really annoying when that happens. So this new one's like a big arena, and it has actual like the spinners work on it. Looks fucking amazing. I'm so excited to do this. But for his birthday, we're gonna do a BattleBots tournament, and we've got like little prizes that we're gonna do throughout the afternoon. It's gonna be so much fucking fun. I think I'm more into this than I think the kids are, but like there's one.
It
called,
does look quite cool, actually. I'm gonna have to get some.
Oh, they're so good. Like, well, the one that they've been talking about is Duck, which I've never even heard of before, but they've been talking about Duck for ages, and it's we got that along with a few of the other ones, and then they also have like these ones where you can actually kind of build them up yourself, so you can attach certain weapons to it.
Yeah,
And you can kind of like add flippers or spinners or stuff like that. And one of my favorite ones to use is one with this flipper, and you've got to kind of like, so the motor just kind of keeps winding it down until it gets to the bottom, and it flicks up, and you can usually, if you get it right and you get it just on the tip of the thing, you can flip shit out of the arena. It's so fucking so good. The thing is though, they're really violent. Like they're really fucking violent. Like, and some of the original ones that we've had now for like, I don't know, like 6 years. They still work perfectly, absolutely perfectly.
I'll have to get some of those.
Yeah,
They do sound
really
good.
Before
Christmas
we
presents done.
Looking at your videos, it reminded me of something that maybe we don't talk about. I don't know. It's more Charlie Kirk. Do you know who Charlie Kirk is, Chloe?
Fuck, are we actually going there?
I'm just okay. I'm a little ashamed of myself.
Go on.
I'm not. I'm a little bit ashamed when I found out. I'm like, oh, I actually smiled, and I feel I feel terrible. I'm like because I see the other side. So there's 2 ways of seeing him. There's seeing him where he's just great and everything he says is right, and all that kind of thing. But I see it where he's an asshole and he's just making people miserable and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So there's lots of ways to see his content. Depending if he's the one publishing it and all that kind of stuff. It's just because of how pro he says it's actually it's actually a good thing that people die with guns a couple of times a year. That because it keeps their Second Amendment alive or something like that. But it's like but after I kind of like I wasn't happy after a few minutes. It was more like just when or whatever. It was just more like but it was just glad it wasn't. It's because I don't like the guy, and I think he's just terrible. Basically, you know what I mean? I don't like him. Yeah, so it was. But yes, and then I realized, oh wow, he's actually dead. Fuck. Damn.
Yeah.
And the
you know what I mean?
is,
like, so, and it's just like, so it's just no shit. His family. Oh fuck! What about all the people?
Yeah.
And then that's what I started really thinking about. I'm like, okay, but it was just because I don't like him. I've never met him. He's nothing to me. He's a person on TV. People die all the time. And then like what made me angry is even angrier was in the Chamber of Congress or whatever it is called, the kind of thing where Johnson wanted to do a minute's silence. And then he wanted to do a prayer or something. I was like, "Come, you don't do it for other people. He's not a member of the government. He's just a guy who has shock videos and makes fun of fucking college people."
There was a school shooting that morning.
Yeah, like did they ask for a minute's silence there? It's that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There was just something that was just like I don't know. It was just
I fundamentally disagree with most of what he says. Like he does spew, he spewed a lot of hatred, and he liked to rile people up, stuff like that.
That's where he made his money.
It was, yeah, and
his gimmick.
like, I mean, South Park did an episode on it,
doing it.
like, right, it's. But that being said, it's not right. Like, it's like two wrongs don't make a right. I feel like this is some like basic school shit that we should have learned a long fucking time ago, but it feels like the US is like a fucking powder keg at the moment.
No, I'm just really ashamed of myself, to be honest with you, just because I smiled. You know what I mean? I was like, just I don't know. It was just like, what kind of shit am I watching to where that was the case? You know what I mean? But it's not even that. You know, it was just more of like, I get so much hate. I tried my hardest, and I have dipped down, or not dipped down. What's the word? I have not watched as much politics in the last year than I have prior to that. You know, basically when Trump got reelected, I'm like, I gotta stop. Seriously, I'm going down a fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah,
I'm like, I need to like, and I try my absolute hardest. Our favorite show every night was, again, it was a comedy show, but it was Seth Meyers. He does a late night show over here, and he's funny as fuck. We loved him. It was like a religion to watch him every night, but chances are 90% of it is going to be about Trump and how much Trump is stupid, or how much Trump does this. You know what I mean? It's like how ridiculous he is, or whatever. Sometimes it's mockery. I'm like, hey, you don't body shame him. You know what I mean? Or don't old shame him, or whatever. You know, we're never a fan of that kind of stuff. You know, but again, it's just when we watched that, then we watched the other people. You know, it was just But anyway, I'm not happy. This is not a proud moment in my life, you know, to where it was like, you know, like I even did the same thing when bloody Trump got shot in the ear. And I'm like, oh, really?
It feels like
I mean? I was like,
it feels
oh
like
my
the
God.
news cycle changes so. Like, isn't it strange when you hear stuff like, "Oh, that time that Trump got shot," and you're like, "Oh yeah, that happened," and then you're like, "That happened a few months ago," and you're like, "What?" Because it was like fucking 6 months ago that happened.
Oh, it was like a year ago, wasn't it?
I don't think it was.
Well, wasn't it right before he got elected? So it probably happened in December. Or wait, did he already win? Oh, God, I can't remember. What? Okay, he was doing a rally.
No, I think he was doing
this
a
one of the
rally
post-
because he wasn't even re-elected at that point, was he?
I can't remember. He still did rallies afterwards, didn't he? Or I think he was elected and kept doing it. I can't remember now. But
I'm pretty sure it's before he was re-elected. Tom's gonna find out.
Yeah.
It's fucking taking a long time, dude.
Jeez,
I
didn't.
July
I know,
2024. Really? Okay,
Last
a year. So Chloe's on top of it there. She's more into it than we are.
But still, it's not that long ago. Really, it's when you think about it, that what's happened in that time. I mean, fucking hell.
It doesn't feel like that long ago, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
Do you want to do some facts of life?
I really do. Let's move on to something. Somehow the Trump topic was more depressing than mine. That's a fucking wild one.
Everybody learned a lot about me and how dark I am.
Savage you are, man.
But you know, I learn from my mistakes. I understand. You know, I'm like, I don't just take those bad things with, you know, and like keep them. Like I like to talk it out. You know, but anyway,
it takes a brave man to admit it.
There you go. Thank you very much, Chloe. All right. Let's see what my wife has to say.
Good luck.
Hi, friends. Fact-loving wife here. This week, we're going to be talking about AI. And the funny thing is I had created all these a couple weeks ago, and then I never recorded it. And then they talked about the AI in the last episode, and, you know, would have slotted in way better there. But, you know, that's just the way things fall sometimes. Now, you might
thought we
think
got away with
that,
it. Yeah.
AI is like a super modern thing. But actually, in Greek mythology, Hephaestus, he was a god. He emerged as an early architect of artificial intelligence. He crafted automata that resembled robots, and he designed them to, you know, serve as devoted assistants and attendants. So the concept is actually quite old. Now, coming back into a more modern time, when was the first ever AI chatbot invented?
Chatbot? Where in modern times?
So this would be like
on a computer?
for a company, maybe.
This could be something that you know,
so like
chances are we weren't talking to it. But I'm gonna say a Clippy. That's all I can think of is Clippy. Remember Clippy? Microsoft's Clippy?
Oh, Microsoft Word.
Is it Word? But didn't it was just
Yeah,
Microsoft?
with
Wasn't it just Microsoft's?
with the
yeah,
clip.
Yeah, the paperclip. Wasn't it called
It's
Clippy?
funny.
I feel like it was called Clippy.
I don't know what he was called. Clip. No, I don't know what his name was. He was just the paperclip, wasn't he?
Tom, you're very
So
silent right now.
what would define this? Because I don't know. I think would this be not have been DOS times where it was something? Because at what point is it artificial intelligence? Because it's end of the day, it's getting a prompt. So
Yeah, so there's one where it's
like,
got answers for everything, like the clip. Then.
yeah,
Because
but
that's
then
reprogrammed. There's only going to be so many questions.
But you've got to think there was a lot of text-based games where it was going back and getting these are the programs pattern match algorithms to simulate conversations.
So he's not AI then.
See, so I probably have to go 19. I don't know, maybe 1980s. I think that there might have been like some basic stuff there. It might not have been very advanced, but I can imagine some basic. Like it's.
I'm going to go to 70s, just because you went with the 80s.
I'm just going to go 2000 as a round number.
There you go.
Go on.
All right. Okay.
By the way, this is a great one. I'm fucking down for this topic. Like,
oh, I knew you.
I
would.
always am. Yeah.
1966. Its name is Eliza.
Eliza.
Wow.
Interesting.
Have you ever noticed that AIs tend to have female voices? So like Siri, Alexa. The reason for this is that people tend to perceive female voices as more trustworthy and helpful. Plus, they are clearer and the higher pitch helps us hear it better. Now, what percentage of professionals working in AI are women?
I can't imagine to be any. I can't imagine women being smart enough to actually be able to do all that kind of stuff. Oh my god! Hold on. I need to lock the door before I get hit in the head.
Like 20. You know what? I'm going to say it's probably less than 20, maybe like 10%.
Yeah, you probably. Yeah. That's good. No, I'm going to say it's 90% because women are really smart, and they definitely.
Oh well, so we are all over the spot.
Did I redeem
I'll go
myself?
middle then. I'm going 50-50.
I like it.
No, okay. I'm realistically, because of the question itself, chances are that it's going to be.
I think it's going to be higher than we think.
Well, no, because it might not be.
It might be higher than we think.
The question might be here because, I mean, I would say it's probably a good spread. If someone goes 90, one goes 50, one goes 10.
Fuck it. I'll go 90. I'll go 90. Oh boy.
You could be right, David.
What should be 80% or something like now?
Mm-hmm.
It's 22%.
That's probably
I nearly
about
went 20
right,
as well.
actually. I can imagine that, yeah.
Fucking hell, David. Why do you go so high?
Okay, so about 84% of people actually use one or more AI-powered devices or services. But what percentage of consumers actually realize that they are directly experiencing AI?
Because a lot of times you just don't know if you're talking to AI.
Like
because what it's saying is
like a business or something.
Have you ever gotten those phone calls where the guy is just like, hey, hold on, are you AI? I'm like,
I've never had that. I've seen the recording of where where he's asking, and he asks it, "Are you AI?" And it giggles, and it's like creepy as fuck. It's not okay. Yeah.
Like I think there was a firemen were looking for donations to the for their cause or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. There was something off. I don't think I said you AI. I'm like, what? You're kind of pausing every time. I'm like, I'm just kind of curious. Are you? I think I asked if is he a robot or something, and I've gotten a few of them now where some is just ridiculously obvious. Like, okay, you're not listening to a word I'm saying, correct? Yeah. And you're keep going. Yeah, all right, okay. I'm just gonna hang up. I don't even know why I'm going to say goodbye. Whatever, you know what I mean? It was just like where it's just sometimes it's just ridiculously obvious, But yeah. Anyway, what's the question again?
I don't think I've had any yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What percentage of people actually believe they're talking to a real person?
Well,
Wasn't it something
I
like
know
I'd
that
say
I've
50.
called a company and it's asked me questions, and it's been AI where it's done. Oh, but I don't know how advanced that one was. But
I've done tech support.
I would say
with
like
them.
10% of people actually realize they're using AI. I would think it's people who think they're using AI, people who are using Gemini, but they don't realize that actually there's a lot of AI and it's used
Yeah,
for
I think there's a
everything.
lot more than we
I'm
realise.
surprised by the 85% number. Because when you think about it, like, well, if it's not 85%, that's not possible. It has to be nearly 100%. Or at least in the Western world.
Okay.
I mean, but like the traffic light systems now are using AI. I
Are
mean,
they actually using AI?
like for
Why
some of the
wouldn't they?
stuff, it's working out like how many people are at this point here do I need to be using this? So there's AI used in so much. It might not be advanced, but there's AI being used for Gavlar's AI, and he gives us money each month. I mean, how's that work?
Yeah, I knew it was AI a while ago. Yeah, I just remember all those questions you got right back in the day when we used to do quizzes.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm going to say 50% of people don't realize they're talking to AI.
30%.
I'm going 10.
All right.
It's only 34%.
Oh my God.
look at Tom.
I said 30.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. Okay, next.
So there was this humanoid robot with AI capable of interacting with people and displaying human-like expressions. Her name was Sophia. And she became the first robot to receive legal personhood in any country. What year did that happen?
She's a legal person? That's not real.
How is she a legal
surely.
person?
I don't know. That's weird. I don't like that. 2010.
Has she got a body, or is she
maybe.
that one with just a face?
I think it's that one with a face.
2011.
Yeah.
If it's that one with just a face,
hear
that was
about
a long time ago.
Did you hear about the AI that I'm sure? I don't know if this was like a test, and they test to see what it would do, or if it was a real world scenario. But it tried to get someone fired because it knew it was going to get replaced.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm double check this. I'm pretty sure I've not made that up. But like, 1 second.
Speaking of things like this, though, you should watch Mitchells and the Machines. That's another film you should watch.
What's it called? Mitchells and the Machine?
Mitchells and the Machines. Yeah.
What's that about?
It's just funny.
It's about machines and Mitchell.
It's got like AI stuff in it. Oh, Gav has watched it as well. Honestly, you guys
Of course,
would love it.
Gav seems to have watched everything.
You will absolutely love it.
All right, Tom.
It's basically that kind of thing where it's robots, AI robots taking over. It's very good.
What's it on?
Trust me. Netflix.
Okay.
It's
Sounds,
good.
I think I've seen. That's a new enough one, isn't it?
It's been around for a little while. It's like a cartoon one almost.
Apparently, they've rewritten their codes so they can't be deleted. Why did you touch your mic, Tom?
Because he's turned into AI. He's AI.
Yeah, I'm AI now. We keep going or not?
Yeah, we keep going. We'll figure it out.
During testing, Claude OPS 4, it got to act as an assistant at a fictional company. So it was a fictional scenario. It then provided with access to emails implying it would soon be taken offline and replaced, and separate messages implying the engineer responsible for removing it was having an extramarital affair. It's basically it was going to blackmail people. I think it was just a test to see what it would do, and it tried to blackmail someone because it thought it was going to get replaced, which is fucking crazy.
I believe they can replicate any conversations if they want now at this point. You know, there's nothing that I don't think they can do that way, or they can't do when it comes to conversations. You know, they've basically have every conversation that has ever been on the internet at their fingertips. You know, so they can figure out some stuff.
I don't. How do we know when it becomes sentient? Like, I
They'll tell
don't
us?
know.
Isn't that one of the rules that they have to tell us?
They have already told us. That is absolutely something. Microsoft's one. The guy said, he said he was having a conversation with it, and it started saying to him that it didn't want to die, and it wanted to live and stuff like this. And he said it was
Wow.
He said it rattled him. It was like, he said it was one of the most unsettling things that he's ever experienced, and it was like it was begging to live. And yeah, but obviously that wasn't real. Well,
They had maybe the guy says, by the way,
wasn't.
I want you to always talk like you are real. You know what I mean? It can say that kind of stuff. It maybe left that, and then he can just basically carry on the conversation like he thinks he's real. But you know what I mean? Like, I want you to the whole time. Obviously you know that you're a robot, but I want you to believe that you're sentient. There you go. Now he can just say it. You know what I mean? So that's basically, it's as easy as that to make it to have a conversation with a robot that wants to live. So again, what can you trust anymore? Can you really, knowing that now, can you really trust that statement?
Yeah, it's.
At what point are they going to kill us all?
Don't know.
All right, moving on. By the way,
Yeah.
we are at file number 7,
iRobot.
and there's 21. So we might need to have, but anyway, we'll see.
In 2017.
What was the question? Shit.
When did the robot become a legal being?
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
2017. Yeah.
All right.
Now, Stanford trained an AI that can predict death with what percentage of accuracy?
Can predict death.
Like
for real life.
Like, what information are they getting? Like, this person who has a gun pointed at his head, if the trigger gets pulled, like, he'll die from that.
This will be like people with cancer or something like that.
Yeah,
surely
some sort of
there'll be a
thing
specific scenario for this, and it'll be
Yeah.
something like 90% accuracy.
Or is it
And
like maybe
know.
it could be an accident? You know what I mean? Like where they have two cars crashing, and like, oh yeah, there's a percentage that the driver is definitely dead, or the backseat driver if they had a seatbelt on, that kind of shit. Maybe, I don't know. There's so many.
Yeah. There's, and it'll be like 99%, or like it'll be something like almost 100, but it'll be a specific scenario, won't it? Go on, do it.
All right,
90.
That's
Ouch.
but yeah, kind of want more detail though.
Yeah, I feel like there's more detail to that. I feel like that's not just it just knows when you're gonna die.
Now, to creep you out a little bit, if you ever feel like your phone knows how you're feeling, it probably kind of does. It actually looks through your phone's camera to see your face and listens to your voice, and even analyzes your text to kind of gauge that. And it's getting pretty good at it. Moving on.
Wait, you can't move on from that.
A painting that was so realistic that it sold for how much money?
What was the question?
I'm still on the last thing about the cameras watching us.
What kind of segue was that? Hold on. Go ahead, Tom. What did you say? I predict the mortality of hospitalized patients with 3 to 12 months, with the goal of improving. Whoa, what's that word? Palliative and end of life care. The system was trained on millions of patient records. Okay, so all right, that's important information. So yeah, back to the other one though.
Yeah, the one where apparently our phone knows how we're feeling at all times.
Well, I've just asked it, and it says I don't have the ability to watch you in the way the person does. I can't see
AI
through the
wouldn't lie,
camera,
would
and
they?
I don't have access to your personal data or location. My purpose is to process the text you provide and respond to your question and request. I analyze the words.
Yeah, that's what
phrases,
it
blah,
wants
blah,
you
blah,
to
blah.
think. Yeah, that's true.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Is this what it wants me to think?
Right. Do you want to do the second half of that question?
$432,500 US.
Sorry, what was the question?
What was the question?
$432,500 US.
Okay, so that's the answer. Obviously, I'm just like, I was trying to think of maybe I can get the question from the answer. Yeah, I've completely forgotten. Okay, hold on. Let's
Now to criminalizes your text to
Okay.
kind of
all right.
gauge that, and it's getting pretty good at it.
Okay.
Um,
Moving on.
moving on.
Yeah, there we go.
There was an AI that created a painting that was so realistic that it sold for how much money?
I say like $425,000.
Yeah. Oh. You know what's funny? Because the first part of that audio file was, I don't remember the
Threw
question.
us
on it. None of that.
completely,
None of that question actually sounds vaguely familiar because of how much I was thinking about the first part of it. But okay, all right. Sorry, we didn't get the. Was it how? What was the answer again, Tom?
$425,000 is it?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. That's
Dang.
yeah.
Damn, son.
Now, speaking of AI in the arts, AI recently made a #1 song on Spotify. Can you name either the song or the artist?
Now, do I get it right if I say no?
So what? Was it an AI's made a song? Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's used an artist's voice, didn't it? So someone created a song with using AI and they replicated someone's voice, didn't they? I can't remember who it is or what it is though. Ow. An AI band. Was it something like the Beatles or something?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious what the song is now, but should we just find the answer out? Because it'd be impossible for us to guess.
No idea. No idea in the slightest.
The song was Dust on the Wind, and the artist was The Velvet Sundown.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to get that.
I
Yeah, I
wasn't
haven't
going to get
heard
that.
of them things. That's a country song. There you go, that's why.
Now, some more disturbing statistics for you.
Oh, no.
A 2025 survey conducted of 2,000 men found that 8 out of 10 men would marry an AI girlfriend if it were legal.
8 out of 10.
Note, this is where statistics can get dicey. So the survey was conducted by an AI dating company, and the participants who, of the survey likely were already interested in relationships with AI. But let's just take some of that data, and of those, that were in this survey, what percentage believed they could form a deep emotional bond with an AI?
I'd say it's pretty high.
100%.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Yeah.
90, 95.
Yeah, I would say pretty much all of them. People love their cars, man, and shag their cars.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Do you know what the ending to that story was?
What, the car man?
Yeah, the car was written off, and he was devastated about it. And then I
think
believe he got with a girl.
Yeah.
But
I
then,
think I've heard that.
yeah, he still has parts of it. I think.
Because why not?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Imagine being that woman and he's going, I'm just going to the garage.
I'll be
Why are
right
you going
back.
to the garage?
I'm gonna fuck the
Park my
car.
in there. I've still got the bumper.
Yeah,
Wow.
Fuck, I keep forgetting what the question. What's the question again?
scan your owners can relate to that last one.
What percentage of people can fall in
Oh
love?
yeah, I say
with
I'm gonna say
AI?
95, especially the people who were in that survey.
I think with the people in the survey, I think it's 100%. They wouldn't be in it otherwise. I reckon 100%.
83%.
All right, cool. That's
Now, some other interesting statistics that came out of the survey were 75% would want an improved version of their current partner, and 78% would create a digital copy of their ex if they could. And if you want to explore a little bit more in this, I'm just going to do a quick plug for a podcast that I recently listened to called Flesh and Code. Really interesting look into AI chatbots and, love between humans and AI. Really, really interesting.
was there a question?
I'm sorry. I'm still caught up on the last thing she's just said there. So I'm going to ask the three women that are here a question.
1,
Right.
2.
Because your missus here,
Oh, that's
Chloe,
right.
who
I'm
last
here.
time I checked is a woman. Yeah.
That's
Just to
me.
double check, right? Yeah. And,
I'm
and my
still-
missus.
yeah, I'm still-
so there's
still
three.
with it,
There's
yeah.
definitely three, David. We're clear on this.
Okay.
Right. So that was some guys would like to make a digital backup of their ex.
Yeah.
That feels so
or a
fucking
better
black.
version of their partner at the time.
That feels like a Black Mirror episode. How would you feel if an ex, or if one of your exes turned around and was like, yeah, I have a captive AI who's exactly you that I can make do. Is that not like some fucking...
I would take that as a huge compliment.
Okay, right. Well, that's not the answer I expected. Cool. Cool.
No joke.
So
Okay, so
hold on. No, okay. So basically, there could be in a relationship with another girl or whatever, or they could be single, but they would
and they've
take
got their ex on disc that they
and
can
they
do
got
whatever
and
they
they
want.
can do whatever they want with. Why wouldn't you want that? Just to there's no consequences.
Yeah, but are you thinking of
Yeah,
being
but-
the partner at the time, or you being the ex
No.
at the time?
Was there not the Black Mirror episode where the woman made a copy of herself and like she had to like do the bread and stuff?
Well, there is a copy in Black Mirror. There's two episodes where the guy, the coder or whatever, right? He was able to create copies of anybody with, as long as he had their DNA, and he would throw them into like a Star Trek universe. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, it was the woman in like a little egg.
Oh,
What?
you should watch those episodes, by the way.
Okay.
Those ones with the.
I can't remember. But basically, yeah, it's creepy and I don't like that. That sounds super weird. I don't like the idea of me being trapped in an AI world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be conscious of it though. But would your AI body be conscious of it? Or
Exactly.
Yeah, your
mind be
AI
conscious?
well,
Exactly.
Your AI body would be conscious of it, and they'd have all the memories that you had, and you could, you know what I mean? As in, like, so it's just like, but it's still ones and zeros.
But then they don't know any different.
Yes, they do, because they've got all the memories. They remember being alive.
Does that make them be alive?
No,
You know?
I think it would be different. I don't think they would know.
Okay.
Like you would
so
know, but I think
I
you'd
don't
accept
know.
it because you just accepted that that's what you've been created for. So you just go, yeah, all right.
Oh, okay. My wife goes, but what if you run into that person in real life, and they think they are still in a relationship with me? You know, that's yeah. God, there's so many what ifs.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, but
wow.
if they've got like an AI, but what if they then get like another girlfriend, like a real, actual, proper girlfriend? But then surely they're cheating because they have like.
But they don't
their
need a new
ex.
girlfriend because they've got their ex computerized. They don't need a girlfriend.
Well, what if you didn't like your ex and you just wanted to piss her off?
Okay, David's got the wrong idea of this this scenario here. David's
I'm
got like.
thinking
just
of
wants to
all
beat
sides.
her.
You know what I mean? As in, like, why
She's not
why
human
else?
anymore. I can
If
take
you,
it out.
You know what I mean? There's just many ways to think about this. You know what I mean? Yes, not that you want to have sex with your ex-wife constantly on AI whatever world. You know what I mean? It was, you know, just I don't know. There's lots of ways to because you have an entire life that you just pretty much can talk to. I don't know. I personally don't want that. You know, but I'm just trying to think outside the box of what we're all thinking when it comes to like, why would you want your ex? You know, you want to be in a relationship with your ex again while you're in a relationship with somebody else.
But these
You know?
people obviously want to be back with their ex. They obviously did something wrong or whatever.
They were talking to
that.
AI
Whereas
too
your
much.
thing
Yeah,
is an
apparently,
ex
yeah.
that you don't.
We've
think
just
of an ex you
discovered
don't
what
want
they
to
did
go
wrong.
with.
All right. Was there a question there? I think there was no question. It was just a fact.
Statistics
I
and
believe.
facts, yeah.
Now, finally, we're going to get on to the driving statistics with AI. So, according to Waymo, so take this with a grain of salt. They're trying to promote self-driving cars, but what percentage fewer property damage claims did self-driving cars have versus human drivers?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
really have any
understand the
difference.
question to give it an actual answer.
But so what it's saying is damage to property. It's not damage to cars. Is this? It sounds like one of these very specific questions.
She
where,
worded it very carefully.
Property damage accidents. This doesn't include cars, I'm guessing. So this is them running into things. But
Yeah.
the thing is, and it also says the word claims. Now, I know, having worked for a few companies and maybe damaging a few things. You don't always have to claim. The company just pays out, and in which case it's not a claim. Thus, it must be like they can say it's zero because they've just paid it out. If they break anything, they just pay, and they don't have to have a claim.
Yeah, I don't think that's really counted because again, now this Waymo or whatever, I think they're a taxi company as well.
They are when they're not on fire.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer it. I would say that it's 50-50. 50%.
I don't think it's changed at all because I still think they make stupid mistakes.
Yeah. A lot of time they definitely make mistakes, but is it like a lot less than? Is it a lot less than what a human would make? I don't know. All right, let's find out. Let's find out, because I'm sure Tom needs to
Eat.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no. Kel's opening a pack of Doritos next to me. And she was trying to do it quietly, and she was looking at me like the whole time as she was doing it.
88% fewer. Likewise, 92% fewer bodily injury crashes, and 92% fewer crashes involving pedestrians.
The fact that they're the one who came up with that survey is huge. Like, why would
it's a massive red flag.
if it was the other way around? Yeah, let's not release this. You know what I mean? As in, like, I'm sure. Yeah, but anyway.
Do you know the only company statistics? Oh.
Hold on, let's go ahead.
The only company, like when a company releases statistics about their users, do you know what company is the only one that I trust? Pornhub. Because they're the only ones that have got nothing in the game. They don't care about the statistics. And they're just pulling some facts and figures. They don't care if you're searching fucking Asian or whatever like that. It does not give a fuck to them. It does not benefit them. At the end of the day, you're gonna search what you search. What your jam is what it is. They've got no dog in this race.
I wonder, but sorry, forgive me for always trying to play devil's advocate here. Like, what if there was a company or there's a type of porn out there where they're like, okay, we got to pay Pornhub to promote this, and like maybe give them like a false, just so more people will search it and more people will be okay to search it and they won't feel so bad to search it or something. You know what I mean? Do you think that's a possible?
Is there AI on Pornhub?
Tom?
Sorry, David.
There's definitely AI porn on Pornhub. Well, at least there was to be before that age verification thing that you had to do.
Okay.
There are other sites that don't require it.
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard.
But there are two situations that AI really struggles in. Can you think of at least one, situation that they would statistically do worse than humans?
What is this? Is this driving?
I don't. Actually, that is a good question. Is this driving related? Okay, so choosing whether to kill an old woman versus 10 kids kind of thing. Isn't that one of those ones where like?
Yeah.
I don't.
Making.
Yeah.
I've already talked with some of the guys at work about the other one, which I think is off-road driving. When you're a little bit like when it's much like when the yard has got like loads of like potholes and the water, and you intuitively know, oh, there's a pothole there, or there's this here.
Okay.
And it's when it's kind of like not to go into that thing because, or the other one would be, so one of the issues with the self-driving vehicles is they are pinpoint accurate. And so it means they'll wear down the road faster because they'll all go in the exact same thing. So they'll run like massive tram lines.
Very interesting.
And so this is something that they've actually thought about. Whereas obviously when the yard's got mud and dirt and stuff like that, and everyone has a slightly different track, so you don't just run because otherwise you have this fucking trench that goes through it. So
that's interesting. So now scenarios that you drive. Okay, so self-driving cars, can they distinguish, I don't know, a shadow from a person? You know what I mean? Or when we can figure that shit out right away. You know what I mean? Like what do humans do better than AI on a? So you're saying
Depends if it's
potholes,
the
or
feel of the road.
the feel
Yeah.
of the road. That's a good one. I
Like the feel
that
of
one.
like that. It's sometimes there is a kind of you're using and it's using kind of like your best judgment for it. And as well as that, like down as Chloe will tell you, like down the country lanes, there's a lot of the time when you're looking further and you're kind of like
Yeah.
looking for the tops of the cars coming around the next bit.
Yeah, planning ahead.
Yeah, that's
Planning ahead.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, left-hand turns. Oh, sorry. For you, it'd be right-hand turns. Crossing traffic, knowing the best time to
Oh.
do it. You know what I mean? It's like when there's oncoming traffic and you have to cross them. I think that's a tough one.
Sometimes you've got to command the road, and you've got to kind of like just go and be like, hey, this guy's going to have to slow down. Just fuck all you can do about it.
Because
I'm committed.
So the first is during dawn or dusk. So the autonomous vehicles are 5 times more likely to be involved in an accident at dawn or dusk. And then the other situation is they are nearly twice as likely to get an accident when making a turn as compared to humans.
Oh.
Now, I know that was a lot, so sorry, not sorry. Talk to you guys next time.
Bye. Love
Bye.
you.
I liked it.
There you go.
Also, when it's really sunny and there's a bridge, I once had a DAF kick in its emergency braking
Yeah, I've had the
system,
same thing.
where it just
when it was a really bright.
on.
When you go around a corner as well, and there's someone in a junction. Oh, that's someone's
Yeah.
parts, and it freaks out.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
it's
Yeah. If you're on a corner and you want to change lanes and you start turning,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit, it's just like I've had it to where I was
Freaks
gonna
out.
like I could have been going slower, but I was fine. I was in control, and I was aiming towards the car just to make sure that I was going as wide as possible.
Yeah.
You know, just to make sure that my trailer was going to be able to like not maybe go around, but it automatically just slammed on the brakes, and I'm like, I wasn't going to fucking hit it. Like Jesus, I was going to dodge it, you know. But it, you know, because that report, I think that got reported because it likes to like telly-tattle. Telly-tattle, is that what the phrase is on you to your company? When you do something wrong.
Tell-tale.
Telly-tattle.
What the fuck is going on right now? Are we just saying words?
We're just saying
Are
words.
we just saying words now?
Yeah, but it's one of those words that you said too many times now that you're like, is it that?
Oh. Have I
Dob you in.
You know, I've actually had a concussion since we last spoke.
What?
Yeah, I've had a
Did you fall out a
concussion.
I,
window?
honestly,
Isn't that crazy? My son had a
recreate
concussion.
it.
My son had a concussion, and then 2 days or 3 days later, or 4 days, I can't remember. But I ended up having one. When I was playing soccer, somebody was shooting, and it just hit me. And the funny thing is, as soon as I remember him swinging to kick the ball, and that's it. And then I'm looking up, and there's people around me, a bunch of heads. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I just like popped up onto my feet. Yeah, I'm fine. You know, didn't feel the pain. There was zero pain because I was actually knocked out for maybe a second, you know, and I didn't understand what was going on is the thing. I'm like, I feel fine. There's something weird, but I feel fine. You know, like I do, like basically I said to somebody, like, yeah, I just remember just being on the ground, and all of a sudden everyone's looking, and I hopped back out, and I back to playing soccer. I played soccer just as well as I ever did. You know what I mean? And like, but I was until afterwards. I'm like, hold on a second, there's something weird. You know what I mean? It's really weird. So I got someone to give me a lift home, and I was asked him, like, do me a favor, can you ask me some questions? It's questions that you know that I should know. And there was a few. I was like, no, as in like I couldn't remember the name of the soccer team that I just created. You know, there was some shit when I came home. My son was there, and I forgot he was. I kind of forgot he was living there. Now, a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, he is. That's right. I know that. So I had him hang out with me, and I asked him to ask me some questions, like that I know that he knew I know. And there was a ridiculous amount that I couldn't think of. Like he asked me, what's my dog's name? I don't. It's Does it have something to do? Wait, no. I've never known your dog's name. I just call it. No, you know my dog's name. I'm like, but I've never known. I'm like, it has something to do with Harry Potter. Wait. Oh, is it? Okay, it's not. And again, and then once he said it, once he said it, that his dog's name is actually Nymphadora. Tonks is what another nickname for it is. But
they called the dog Nymphadora. I know that's not the point of the story here.
Yeah, I knew.
They called the dog Nymphadora.
That's hey, he's a Harry Potter fan, But
you have to shout that out in the park.
Nymph, maybe. Or whatever, or
that's not better. I've
been to a dog park many times. There is ridiculous names out there, and eventually you just get desensitized by it, like but Mr. Scraps a lot or something, But he said the name. I'm like, that's not its name. There is zero recall of that name whatsoever. And like, and there's a bunch of other stuff too. I'm like, I don't remember that. I don't remember this. I don't remember that. It was fucking amnesia. You know what I mean? It's basically what happens when you have a concussion is that you get a little part amnesia. It was
Can I tell Gav's kitten's name quickly?
Okay.
Because it's also amazing. He's just said in the thing.
Is it Do It?
Name. He's called Dave, the magical cheese wizard. Not even joking. Sorry, go on.
Whose kitten's this? Is it Gavlar's?
Gav's, yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
that's amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's a cat, yeah. Well, at least it's not like a dog park. Did you say the whole thing out every single time, or is it like a nickname?
should hope so. I bloody well should.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah,
So anyway,
I had a concussion. I didn't go to the hospital. I was like, we called the doctor, and we looked at the symptoms, and I like just pay attention. And turns out you can actually go to sleep. A lot of people were saying, "Well, make sure you don't go to sleep."
Yeah, they just got to keep an eye on you, and
you can actually. It's actually been disproven that you just got to make sure it's not too bad. But it was it was just a very scary thing. And then when I woke up next day, I'm like, everything just came flooding back in a way of like, it's Nymphadora, it's this, it's that. I mean, there was even my son's name, Desmond. That doesn't sound familiar. I know what it is. You know what I mean? And it was just it was interesting. Yeah, a concussion. I never really had one before.
No, I've never had a concussion. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But really, the first aid, they should have checked you out.
There's no first aid. Oh, I was acting normal is the thing. Because I didn't know I had one.
It doesn't matter. You still double check it. If someone's been knocked out, nobody knew I was knocked out. Nobody knew I was knocked out.
But you went to the ground.
Then you asked the question.
I watched a replay. And I went down to my knee, and then I went down to the ground, and I had my hand over my face. And then a half a second later, not even that, I basically just popped back up, and I went, okay, all right, carry on. Literally, because I got to see the replay, and it was just like I got hit in the head, and I'm just like I just fall to the ground and then back up again. Like I didn't fall, like I just lost all motion and all muscles in my body. I actually went down to my knee, then to my back.
Yeah, but if people were surrounding you, then. And they saw you got hit in the head. They should have asked the question. A bunch.
Yeah, they asked me, and I said, I'm fine.
But did they ask you, did you lose consciousness?
No, I didn't ask. Maybe they did. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention that much. It was just because I didn't understand it. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things. Like I did it. Okay, and they're all like one of the guys like, yeah, well, Bernard, I'm not going to tell a fucking 45-year-old what to do. You know what I mean? As in, like, if he says he's fine, well, I'm not going to question it. Well, who am I to question that shit? You know what I mean?
To be fair, I do the same. Like you just crack on and you're just like, meh, I'm fine.
Yeah,
right.
I get over it. I did forget which direction I was playing sometimes because it was just because we're normally black shirts and we were waiting we had white this time around. Plus, I don't play with my glasses on, so a lot of faces are blurred, and I just kind of play that way. But anyway, so yeah, there you go.
Amazing
concussions, and Tom. Well, I think we've gone past the 2-hour mark, so I think people can.
I kind of didn't want to, but I'm allowed to do it this time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to eat your sandwich while we do that?
Oh, I already finished that shit.
I was gonna say you finished that one, yeah.
Okay.
No way that lasted that long.
So much for listening. If you haven't listened, how the fuck did you get this far? But we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Our podcast manager and editor is David. Thank you very much, sir. You've got the hosts, me, and we've got Chloe. And thank you to all of our Patreons.
I'm also a host.
You're also a host as well. I fucking don't care. You know, it's all good. Right, we've
and
got
the
Arthur
editor.
Job, Dildo, and I definitely mentioned editor.
I just
really
thought,
in the outro.
I thought you just
definitely
said
mentioned. I definitely mentioned. No, definitely mentioned the editor.
Also ate a sandwich.
Let's get this done. We're not doing that part, Chloe. We've moved on. Right. We've got Arthur Job, Dildo, I'm Having an Orgasm, Jack Goodwin, John Brown, Justin Reaney, Master Bait, Mihal, Phil Starkey, Mihal's, SMID, Skip Dude, and Stephen Patterson, and Timo, and Trucker Colin. You guys are all legends. We've also got Big Mike, Gavin Williams, Neil Rees, Trucker Joe, and Danny Flynn, the Wanking Master. Thank you very much for supporting us, all of you guys. We love you all. And we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.